Zel'NaGa is getting a good surround, but there's a lot of armor damaging units in this little mix. He's going to be able to deal a lot of damage, but he's got to keep moving in with more units. Zel'NaGa's not going to be able to break this. There's way too many units, and he's going to have to pull back. Zel'NaGa has thrown a lot at Duffman right now, and Duffman's been holding it off. Stim is incredibly important. The fact that he did get enough Marauders to deal with the Roaches is incredibly key. The Roaches would be great, except for the fact that Duffman's going heavy Marauder. Duffman knows the investment that Zel'NaGa is putting into those Roaches, and he's going to be dealing with it accordingly by getting the Marauders. This is beginning to look like a beta game, like StarCraft 2 beta, where everything was Roaches, Marauders, and Immortals and Colossi and stuff like that, where it's just those units are just so powerful that he keeps on using them. So Duffman is really responding accordingly. He does have a lot of Hellions too, in case the Zerglings do increase in number, which they will. And if we go over here, we have Infernal Preigniter being researched. So Duffman is really covering his bases with any units that can be made. And Zel'NaGa over the Hidden Expo down here on the left. Very good move. Still doesn't have these rocks broken down, or these rocks broken down. He's trying to be incredibly aggressive. And here we go. Banelings are going down. They do have centrifugal hooks, so they are moving fast. They are roly-poly explodey bombs. It's going to be fun to see. Oh god, he's losing those Banelings is really bad. Those Hellions are going to be able to pick him off easily. Is Zel'NaGa was looking at that? Nope, he's not. He doesn't see the Infernal Preigniter. It's only just now about to finish. But this is looking bad for Zel'NaGa. Duffman is a very, very strong force right now. And he's going to continue to push in. He's inching up the siege tanks. He knows there are Banelings on the field. And, oh my god, those Banelings are going to... Oh, they're not going to get killed by the Hellion. But here we go. Ooh, good flank around there with the Zerglings. Great positioning. Going to allow Zel'NaGa to do a lot of damage to these guys. Banelings are being microed very effectively. The siege tanks are still alive, though. And, oh, good spread. Good spread. Duffman, though, one Baneling in that little mix, and a lot of guys are going to go down. And, oh, Zel'NaGa turning it around. Doing a very good job destroying Duffman's army. Duffman does manage to save one siege tank, and that is it. It is now 85 food to Zel'NaGa's 90. Well done. Zel'NaGa is now going to start working on these destructible rocks. And he could be in a good spot right now. This Hidden Expo is going to be great if he starts using it. He's got 3 larvae stockpiled. There we go. Realizes what's going on. He's now producing straight drones there. And let's see what he's going to decide to do. We do have these Roaches and everything. Roach numbers are really starting to grow. It's looking almost like a hybrid of ZVP and ZVT with the Banelings and the Roaches. But now here we go. SC is going to move down, scout, see that Zel'NaGa is going to start preparing to get this gold. And, oh, the Zerg is going to start trying to pick it off, but, there we go, that's going down. And, oh, look at that, Duffman actually scanned to try and see if that third was going to go up. But Duffman has got to know that there's a expansion somewhere. Let's see if this SCV is going to scout this expansion. Look at that, it's fully saturated. Zel'NaGa is doing a great job with this. But Duffman has got a lot over here. We do have all of these Marines going to start being produced, and if Zel'NaGa can start getting his Baneling numbers out there, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage to those Marines. But there are still a lot of Marauders that can tank damage, and the siege tanks will just decimate any amount of Banelings. And great scan can actually allow Duffman to see the Roaches and the exact army from Zel'NaGa and watch them retreat. Okay, but here we go. Duffman's going to move out. Very heavy Marine count. His upgrades are +1, and he's going to be able to do a ton of damage with that. And let's just continue watching this as Zel'NaGa is trying to mass up a larger army. Zel'NaGa has a great saturation at his third base, and he's got mutas on the field, so he'll be able to use those to harass. Look at this. Duffman's basically mined down his main, only mining from his natural, and that's going to go down fairly soon. He's got to get this planetary fortress, the gold expansion up ASAP. But, oh, look at that. Marines... Okay, there we go. Planetary Fortress is going to start morphing then, but Marines are getting taken down by these mutas. Zel'NaGa might be a little overzealous that these mutas are going to be taking a lot of hits from those Marines. Forces is a little bit of a stim, but their medevac's on the field. Not a huge deal. Planetary Fortress is now morphing, though, and here we go. A big attack coming in here. The mutas are targeting down the siege tanks and the Marauders and the Hellions. That is huge. And, oh god, the Terran army just decimates everything from Zel'NaGa except for 4 mutas. And all of a sudden, this is going back into Duffman's favor. Zel'NaGa does not have enough mutas to do a ton of damage with this. and the command center is really getting close to finishing. It's going to finish before anything has a chance to start attacking it. But really, Xel'Naga might want to get his gold, try and get that income. Even if it's risky, he's a little bit behind and needs a way to get back in this. He cannot let Duffman get to a massive army like he already has. Duffman's already at 142 food against Xel'Naga's 98 food. Alright, here we go. Mutas are now going to the main base. Going to actually be able to pick off a medevac, or not, or yes, and then run away. Some Marines do get a few hits off, though. Planar Fortress is producing these SCVs, and the income has got to be in favor of, yeah, Duffman is really sitting pretty on that income. But Xel'Naga's trying to do as much as he can with these mutas, doing a good job. But Duffman's got these, the Stim Marines actually get a lot of hits. And we got 2 mutas going down, possibly 3 if there's another one down there. But still, Xel'Naga cannot be happy with that. Xel'Naga needs to do something to get back into this. Duffman has massing up an army fairly uncontested. 167 right now to Xel'Naga's 120. Is he going to go for another expansion over there? He very well might. Trying to use his mutas to maintain map control. The problem is that Duffman has this gold over here. That's really going to allow Duffman to basically get as many Marines as he can really ever want. You can see he's doing a good job of spending his money. He does only have... never mind, he only has 6 factories, but he does have 4 of them with reactors on them. That's a lot of Marine production. Starport is out without any add-on, but still, interestingly enough, Duffman's not mining really from this refinery. He's got a little bit of a man or missile turret in there. Not a huge deal. We do have an expansion going down in the back. Xel'Naga is trying to get up his army. He's got to get a lot of good Baneling hits right now on those Marines if he wants to have any hope whatsoever of doing anything. But look at this. Duffman is now expanding again, getting a bunch of missile turrets before the mutas can really do much, and now missile turrets going down, and oh no, Duffman is he's not repairing that. Oh, he didn't repair the missile turret. That's actually really bad. He could have fended off these guys forever, these mutas forever, if he had just defended and repaired. But look at this, it's going to push up the front, a lot of Marines stimming, going down, and going to wreck all those overlords. These mutas are not going to be able to do anything really. Duffman can just continue to push in. He's got to spread his units against the Banelings that are going to be coming in, but really there's not much from Xel'Naga right now. He's sitting at 130 food, and while Duffman pushes in and going to push through everything. Mutas might actually take down this planetary fortress, but really Duffman has Thors in this mix. He's got mutas. Mutas, he's got mutas that are going to die. That's what Xel'Naga has. But still, Duffman's going to be able to attack, move, and do a ton of damage. And the planetary fortress is going to go down, but I don't think Xel'Naga can actually take down Duffman's army. It's just too strong, too large. Look at this, bringing all these drones down in a roundabout way to get over here, trying to keep that expansion hidden, the fact that he hasn't, and now Xel'Naga has a hard time dealing with this. What's his units looking like? 69 drones. That's a lot of his army tab. You see 9 Banelings, 13 mutas. But here we go. Good Baneling. Oh my god, good Banelings explosions over there. But still, there's a lot left from Duffman. He still has the siege tanks. He still has the Thors. He has the beefy units. Xel'Naga does not. Xel'Naga has got all of these mutas, and that is it. That's really all he's got. There's 1 infestor in the field, 12 mutas, 3 Zergers, and 63 drones. He's even burrowed all of his drones down here to try and keep them alive. Duffman can just continue to attack and destroy everything. Luckily, Xel'Naga does manage to keep those drones alive, but look at this. Xel'Naga does not have enough to deal with this, and there is GG from Xel'Naga. Is now 1-1 and move on to a game number 3. And Xel'Naga's getting choppy lag now. There's a little bit of issues with the lag. It's kind of unfortunate.